Johnny Fisher and his pops, Big John Fisher, can not only rattle off just about every item on a Chinese takeaway menu,
sour chicken balls, shredded chili beef,
but they also know how to be victorious in the boxing ring. The duo, along with trainer Mark Tibbs, have found the winning formula thus far in Johnny's career, and the Romford Bull will be confident in continuing that winning form when they step in the ring this coming July 6th against perhaps not the most technically gifted boxer, but certainly an all-action and relentless pressure fighter, an absolute nutter to boot, the Croatian madman, Alen the Savage Babic. It's sure to be a lively bout when it goes down at the Copper Box Arena, London, United Kingdom. Babic has ingratiated himself among the English fans, but like death, taxes and crooked politicians, it's a guarantee that Fisher's Bosch army will be out in force to show their local hero support. For as long as the fight lasts, there will be plenty of action, so let's get into it! Johnny the Romford Bull Fisher captured the Triple BOC Southern Region title late last year in 2023 on the Anthony Joshua vs Robert Helenius undercard at the O2 Arena. It was another big performance on the big stage in front of a big audience where Johnny has proven he belongs, or at the very least has made some space for himself to be in the discussion for potentially achieving great things in the heavyweight division. Admittedly, it's still too early to tell at this point how high Fisher's ceiling is, but domestically, he is on a trajectory to claim the British heavyweight title, a prestigious title in its own right, and the goal is to hopefully fight for the title within a year or thereabouts. With a little more experience under his belt, guys like Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark, Hughie Fury, Derek Chisora if he survives his next bout with Joe Joyce and doesn't retire, or Joe Joyce himself could all possibly be opponents in Team Fisher's crosshairs. To a varying degree, these are experienced pros who would make great domestic rivals and would no doubt put on a great night of boxing for a very enthusiastic British boxing crowd in what is a thriving domestic boxing scene. Let's not put the cart before the horse or the pork dumpling before the chopsticks, however, because Johnny Fisher has to contend with Alen Babic first, and Babic presents a unique challenge. Unconventional, messy and relentless, Babic doesn't show up on fight night to box his opponents. He's there to batter and brutalise them. If he gets knocked out in the process, so be it, but Babic goes gunning for his opponents from the opening bell. Fisher will most likely look to keep the shorter man away from getting in too close, where Babic could have a field day targeting Fisher's body or mixing up the body attack with looping over the top hooks to Fisher's head. Especially if Fisher keeps his lead left hand down. A looping Babic right hand could be trouble if he's within range. Technically speaking, Fisher possesses the more refined and fundamental boxing ability. He has a solid jab that he can employ to keep Babic at bay, sniping him with stiff jabs and landing bombs to Babic's head and body from range. He could even stop Babic from outside range with a couple of well-placed and timed shots, but either way, keeping the smaller man out will be paramount. After a short-lived stint in the fledgling Bridgerweight division, a WBC brainchild that is yet to garner much traction, Alen the Savage Babic makes his move back up to heavyweight after the demolition job he endured at the hands of Polish and now former WBC Bridgerweight or Super Cruiserweight champion Lukas Rozanski. Babic was stopped by Rozanski in the first round, a wild and messy and frantic first round that saw Babic go to the canvas before quickly getting to his feet and easily beating the 10 count, only to later be manhandled against the ropes and battered before the referee intervened to stop the contest. Babic has since returned to the heavyweight division since that loss in early 2023 with a TKO victory over unheralded Brit Steve Drago Robinson earlier this year. It can't be easy for the Savage one given the fact that he is a small heavyweight by today's standards and even by recent previous eras in the big man's division. The drop to Super Cruiser didn't seem like the right fit, and there's just not enough competition. And in the heavyweight division, many of the top guys are just too big. I don't know that Babic has any real aspirations and realistic expectations of ever becoming a heavyweight champion, if we're being honest. He might have resigned himself to the station of being an exciting, albeit novelty fighter who will try and extract as much financial reward from the sport whilst he's still in it and active. Can anyone see Alen Babic in the ring with the likes of Usyk, Fury or Joshua, and would any of these guys even give him a go? With all that aside, Babic is entertaining, and it's not like he can't put a hurting on the big guys. Robinson is 6'7". He stopped 6'6" Eric Molina. In fact, he stopped Molina faster than both Filip Hrgovic and Fabio Wardley did when they fought Molina. Also, it's not like Babic has no form at all. He can jab and does use his footwork and lateral movement. He knows when to tie up and when to press forward to engage, but he simply can't resist a straight-out dust-up when he's in the thick of it. Aggression, power, and engine are Babic's strong points, and I think he gives Johnny Fisher valuable experience. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to stand between Big John Fisher and a plate of beef chow mein, but I think as a developmental fight, Alen Babic will be good for Johnny Fisher. I want to see how Fisher deals with a smaller target, smaller than his previous opponents in the pros, but also the awkward and relentless nature of a smaller fighter who carries decent power and can absorb punishment too. If it goes to the death, I know Babic is not scared to go there, and I know that Fisher has shown true grit before, fighting with a busted hand, but if Fisher is pushed the full 10 rounds by the non-stop activity and relentlessness of Babic, how does Fisher deal with that? Well, I don't think we'll find out. I think Fisher stops Babic by TKO in the middle rounds, around 6 or 7. Like I said, it will be exciting while it lasts. Let us know in the comments below who you think wins and how. Thank you for watching P4P TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one. Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member where you will receive some cool perks. If you're looking for some new threads, we've got t-shirts, hoodies, and much, much more. So head on over to our Michael Akobi P4P TV stores. They can be found on Redbubble and Spreadshop. Join me on my travels and head on over to my other YouTube channel titled Barefoot and Free. There you can follow me as I traverse the many parts of our planet and occasionally get into a spot of bother. Nonetheless, it's always fun and entertaining. If you're struggling with some of life's obstacles and challenges, my book How to Get Out of Life Traps might just be the answer that you're looking for to help guide you through the difficult times. It's helped many get past some of their darkest moments, and it might do the same to you. You can purchase it on Amazon, where you can also find a wide range of my other works. Those works include screenplay to book adaptations, a fairly unique concept, with genres covering comedy, heist and revenge, drama, supernatural and crime, if that's more your cup of tea. You can find them by following the link provided.